shodo-x!
Hey guys, welcome to the new 52 episode of the Soto Pop Podcast. As always, I'm your host, the Frozen Stratos. Here with me today we have...
It's Josh.
That's right, no Malunis! You thought I paused, and you thought he was gonna... No, we don't have Malunis.
Nope, not at all.
No, yeah, sorry. He's, I think he's recording a Tokusatsu network podcast or something of that sort. So send some well wishes to him. He'll probably be back next week. But as for this week, we've got a bunch of Kuuga news to cover.
Yes.
Yeah, as well as our show topic, which it's pretty much just what are your guys' lazy customs that you do to just sort of like add value to your collection, or you know, just you've had some extras lying around, you threw something together, and it's like something something canon to the show that like didn't get representation before. And basically I'm gonna run down everything I have for that for my Gaim collection and what sort of recipes that I've cooked up. But yeah, without further ado, let's take a look at Kuuga. And they didn't start off with Kuuga. They just wanted to show off their really dope display and make everyone super jealous.
Right?
It's cool.
Oh, it's amazing.
Oh yeah. Don't get me wrong. This is like one of the coolest things I've ever seen. Especially, you know, in regards to diorama and Soto.
Yeah.
But why show it off before everything else to make it sound like, and put like little points to make it sound like you're about to sell this to us, because they technically are pitching it to us, but they're not selling it to us. You know
Overwhelming
what
size, mysterious, transparent specification.
Oh man.
Like, my favorite thing about this is that from like just that first picture with, you know, like, you know, the outside, I knew what they were going to be doing here, and I love it. I love it so much.
Yeah, no, this is wonderful, beautiful, brilliant. And for whatever reason, they just really hate pews. I haven't watched Kuuga, I haven't seen any of Kuuga, so I don't know the context, or if they just really aren't fans of pews. But
have you not seen his first tension, or?
I have not. Did he destroy a bunch of pews?
Well, I mean, he didn't necessarily destroy the pews, but they're basically this entire church diorama was almost an exact replica of his first tension.
Oh my god, that's incredible.
Yeah.
But like, I love how there's just like there's an image of him posing and there are broken pews. That makes sense.
But my favorite.
But then
thing
you have
about
him.
It, though,
hold on. Then you have him in the aftermath of punching one of them in half.
You're right.
I don't know what's going on here.
Well, one of my favorite things is that, for all the shots that we get of the figure, they didn't really need to make the non-broken pews.
Really?
So pretty much all the pictures just have like all the broken pews.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, you're right.
So they show off that one picture with all the nice looking church with all the pews.
Mm-hmm.
Just because they can. They didn't have to do that at all.
I mean, I suppose it would be easier to make just a non-broken pew. All you have to do to make the broken one is break the one that you've already built.
That's
so,
true.
Maybe they just didn't feel like breaking it, you know, just yet.
Yeah.
And that's fine. They also have the Tamashii fire effects, which makes me want Tamashii or Soto fire effects.
Yeah, I've wanted to get these things for lighting figures.
Yeah. I'm wondering if Shokugan's gonna do something like that, like a Shokugan effects or something.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, it would.
I mean, it would definitely fit with the bases that they just did. So
yeah, I know, and maybe it would have like a peg system similar to like the layout of the display bases themselves.
Yeah,
that's neither here nor there. This is Kuuga's time to shine, not these very old Tamashii effect pieces.
It's Kuuga's time to break some pews.
That's right. And he kicked one. Oh my god. So the first thing, like right off the bat, that they showed off, or at least told us about, was that hey, yeah, he's got hands you can swap in, and we've seen these before. These look excellent in hand. Like, we got the pre-production images, and now we're getting like the actual thing. Very well detailed. Reminds me a lot of last week when we sort of saw the difference between what is it? What's his name? Stronger's hands in Shadow Versus and his new ones. So
right.
These are sharp in terms of detail. They aren't sharp fingers. Also, foot treads, because of course we're doing that now, and I love it. It's an odd thing to have been the mainstay, but then again, I guess light piping definitely wouldn't have been a mainstay. From Soto, Kai Soto, from last year. And yeah, we get a look at the box, and like they were saying before, Soto Chronicle is not technically a new line, but that's the name they're going with. It's all in English instead of Japanese, because in Japan, I guess this is still in Japan, but when they had the names before, they would use Japanese letters, like different Japanese symbols each time to say Soto. Like, it would say the same thing, but mean something else. So in order to unify the line, it's all in English now. So that's neat. And the box is really, they're really slick. And it looks like there is one base body that you use for everything. And then you just throw in whatever, your Mighty flavor,
right.
your Pegasus flavor, what have you.
Exactly.
Yeah. Also, this is the most paint they've ever put on a Soto figure. They wanted to celebrate the 20th anniversary of Kuuga, because that's this year?
Yes, that's right.
Yes, this year. So this is the most that they've ever put on. Let's get into a little bit more of the specifics. For the head, we have, in classic just Bandai fashion, it's the silver. They laid down a silver on the eyes, and then put like a clear red over top to give it that compound eye look. That always looks good.
Yes.
Like, it's such a simple and neat trick that they've been using for years, and I'm still just blown away, because this looks fantastic. The crest, that is actually molded in gold plastic and then completely painted in gold. Because why not? I guess we're going to throw all the budget at this. Yeah, so all that gold's painted. And the front and back of the armor is painted. So that's neat. And on top of that, the sort of... what is it? The symbols all around his collar, those are all molded in.
That looks so good.
It looks wonderful. And I was messing around with my Candy Toy Zangetsu recently, just because I was making my watermelon arms custom.
Right.
And you know how he has that like etched pattern on the actual suit?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. They tried to replicate that here, but instead of having like an etched pattern, you know the composition books and how they have that weird pattern on composition books?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's like that, but on everything. So they didn't exactly get it 1-to-1. Well, obviously, it's like in 7 years' time, because this came out in 2013, right? In 7 years' time, they went from like, just make it look rough and squiggly, to precise, molded detail.
Right.
That is some class, dude.
Absolutely.
I love that. But yeah, front and back fully painted. I assume the all the red is paint. Well, I mean, not the underbelly area, but it looks like paint. You can't get this with molded plastic. I could be wrong, but like they didn't really say it. But
it is hard to tell from the pictures.
Yeah, and like from last week, we know that they went the extra mile for Burning Falcon to get the gloss red just right in molded, but this doesn't look molded. This looks painted to me, because it matches up with the gauntlets so well. And if you look at images above, the gauntlets definitely look like they're painted, because like where you snip them off from the mold, I saw a picture where like you could see the sort of difference. I don't know. Yeah, it's one where he's kicking. It looks like it's painted. So keep that in mind, because fully painted Bandai figure.
Right.
Yeah. Then they sort of teased us. Like, they showed us the first sticker sheet, and I'm like, no way. That's incredible. Oh, okay. Well, I guess we're doing that then.
It's still not bad, though.
It's not bad, and most of the stickers are dedicated to the backs of the hands.
Right, yeah. That's the majority of them.
Yeah. And we did see some close-up images of the underbelly red that this sort of provides. And against the plastic, like, they do a good job from afar, not necessarily matching it, but, at least making it look cohesive. But if you look close enough, they're like printing dots, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So it is a noticeable difference. But then again, do you see the side-by-side image?
Yeah.
Looks painted already. Is it supposed to be a different color? Like for that under...
What's interesting about that is that... technically, no. Like, technically...
Oh, wait, no. It is supposed to be different.
Well, kinda.
It's like slightly oranger. Slightly more orange.
I remember seeing... Do you remember when they did the decayed version renewal figure art? And it was... Everyone was wondering why they did that.
Mm-hmm.
At least what I had heard is that they had done that because something had happened or something with a regular Mighty suit over the years or something like that. So when they had used Kuuga in Decayed, they had just like... You know how like on the Rising forms, which we'll talk about later, that part is gold on the Rising form and not like that different shade of red?
Yes. Yeah.
I had read somewhere that they like painted over that to like basically turn Rising back into regular Mighty to like have a Kuuga suit, and so the red was not like as perfect of a shade as the rest of the suit because it was like painted over a gold.
Interesting.
So that's what the figure art was kind of trying to convey when they did the decayed version. It was supposed to kind of be a little bit of a different shade down there because of that.
Well, I'm seeing, because like from what I'm seeing on the wiki, from what I'm seeing of like the regular figure art, there is a different shade of red that's being used.
Yeah, I mean there is like a slightly different thing, but it's kind of hard to tell.
Sure, yeah, I didn't even notice it either, and until I saw this side by side, I didn't realize that they like Soto chooses things specifically for a reason. Like,
oh right.
They make, they added the wine red to Burning Falcon last week.
Right.
Well, not just last week, but we learned about it last week.
Exactly.
So yeah, there is a specific purpose for that, and it is a noticeably different value. So
it is, and I think it looks a lot better too.
I didn't realize that was supposed to be like a more accurate like shade. So that's really dope. I am hesitant about that belt sticker though. That does not look fun.
Yeah, if how it like wraps around the like oval.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a little. I mean, I get that's how they would have to do it, and it. I mean, it gets all the detail across, but yeah, that looks a little difficult.
Yeah, I am scared though. I don't know, with all the paint budget they've taken out of this thing, I don't know how else they would have done this.
Oh yeah, I mean,
like normally I would have said, "Oh yeah, paint it silver so we don't have to do anything." But then you painted everything else with a base coat of silver and then red over it. So our silver budget's gone.
Right.
So it looks great though. Like all together, it looks
sure.
great. I'm gonna try to pick that out with toothpicks. They showed off the hands, which look great. These are stickers on the backs of the hands, and they don't look too bad.
Nah.
I am again hesitant just because they might be in areas you're gonna touch a lot, so the stickers might have a tendency to lift or shift.
That's true.
So only time will tell how well these stickers sort of stick on.
And then the feet look really good.
Yeah. So another thing they noted, added range of motion in the head. We saw before that there is a top and bottom ball joint. And they said they'll get to why they made this decision in another form, when they reveal another form. But there is like a significantly deep cut in the back of the neck. Noticeably so, but it's fine. Like, I'm fine with this. I love more range of motion. If I was, in terms of like a slider between show accuracy, statue, and super weird looking toy, I lean more toward the toy aspect. Like, you can sacrifice a lot of the like sculpted detail if you shift it more into the toy realm and give it, I don't know, not necessarily more posability, but more meaningful posability. So
right.
Yeah, this looks wonderful. They changed the specification of the hip joint. So basically, they made the hip joint more inset in the thigh. Like, the thigh does seem to like cover it up, like cling to it a little tighter.
Yeah.
So that looks good.
And it just helps that his it doesn't have as much detail like on the legs and everything that they have to deal with.
And this dude is really glossy. Like,
oh yeah, he is.
Yeah, and I know that for some releases they skipped out on a glossy pass. For O's, because they wanted to dull his suit down, but this is super glossy with all these images.
Oh, absolutely.
So that looks wonderful. Yeah, so there's that. They added a shodo thing here, though. There's that drop hip joint, that drop crotch, in order to get more range of motion, so that's neat.
I like how they've been, because it just makes me think about how last weekend they integrated the blogs together. I like how Shodo's starting to have a lot more involvement with Shodo than it used to.
Yeah, and I mean, like, I'm sure that D-Man has a lot to do with that.
Oh, for sure.
So I do wonder whatever comes after 01 is gonna look like. And
yeah,
we haven't really gotten a Dai Soda release this year.
Oh no, we have not.
Yeah, I don't know. I forget when we knew about it last year. I'm sure someone could tell us in the comments down below. I could easily look it up right now, but
it probably would have had to been either around this time or before this time. Cause
right?
I think, don't the Dai Soda sets usually come out like in June or something?
I
know they come out during the summer.
Yeah, I don't even know. That I'm not even sure of. I could look it up. In fact, I'll try looking it up right now. But I'm wondering if we don't get Dai Soda, I wonder if the sort of updates we're making in Chronicle are going to be indicative of what we're going to be seeing in the next year.
Yeah, I mean, Soda. I could definitely see that. Because it's also tricky because it depends on how crazy of a design we're talking about for next week's rider.
Right.
So, it's all indicative of that.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I don't know. This looks neat. Because the way it's implemented in Shodo, I don't know that I'm necessarily a big fan of because it rattles a lot. So I hope this one's a lot more sturdy.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I have my amazing mighty Shodo figure right here, and his is rattly.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I didn't know if... Because it's weird what they apply the joint to. So I hope they've sort of tightened it, or at least made it smoother. Just something to get that in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see. Oh yeah, Kai Soto was revealed. Oh. That's April, May, June. It was revealed in June.
Oh,
but it
really?
was released in June 17th. I think, you know what? They did a whole thing of teasing it. So we do have 2 months, more or less.
That's true.
But then again, it could have been pushed back as well. So maybe give it till June, July, August even.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of all up in the air what will be happening with the rest of 01's line. So.
Yeah, pretty much. So we'll see what happens. There are some shipping updates as well that we'll get to. Let's see. Yeah. So that was it for the figure itself, but they didn't want to leave us hanging. They're telling us about the third Soto Chronicle Kuuga set.
Yes.
And it is this translates it to gold Kuuga. I don't know if that's what the Japanese in the image says, but this is a premium Bandai set, and it's gonna come with all of the Rising forms.
Yes.
They first showed off Rising Titan.
Well, except for Rising Ultimate, no Rising.
Oh, okay, yeah, he's retail, right?
No, he hasn't been shown off.
Oh, at all?
He's the one from Decade.
Oh, that doesn't count.
Well, I mean, it counts as a Kuuga form. If they're, it's the only Kuuga form that they haven't done.
It counts as was a Mirror World Kuuga form, not necessarily Kuuga form. No, you're right, because he showed up like that in Wizard.
Yeah. So.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, so we have Titan, Rising Titan.
Yeah, Rising Titan.
Yeah, and he has 2 swords. I don't know why.
I have not seen far enough into Kuuga to know either. So
yeah, okay, but he's got 2 of them. I will say, not having watched Kuuga at all, it looks really strange that the entire design, the entire look of this sword is sword halfway out of its sheath.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
But yeah, it's cool. This is super cool. You have etchings all over this thing.
Oh yeah.
It's all picked out in what I assume to be sticker detail.
I would imagine.
Yeah. Then we have Pegasus. Pegasus, right? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
He's got Pegasus. The shooty gun.
That's right.
And he's got it in the pulled back and the launched mode. I'm not sure if they're 2 separate molds or if it's the same thing. The original one has 2 separate molds included, but there's a lot of gold paint here. They could easily just if this is premium Bandai, you have an even older, target audience, so you might be able to get away with swapping out that back piece.
Yeah, that'd be.
You might.
I mean, you don't think it would be a thing where you could just pull that piece back, right?
No, it can't.
I mean, it'd be long enough to fit inside of it.
I mean, I don't think it would, because you have to have something at the end to stop it, right?
Yeah.
And from the looks of it, I don't know if there's room for all that.
I don't know. It's tricky.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cast in a different kind of color.
It is, yeah. That's what gave me pause.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, the original one, 2 different ones.
It looks like it's cast in more of like a softer plastic that maybe could be
like
back.
PVC.
Yeah. Right, yeah, PVC.
But you know what? That might lend credence to it being 2 separate pieces, right? Because
true.
If that thing's gonna protrude and not buckle to being, handled like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Yeah. So
right,
might have to be PVC. If it's 2 pieces, it might have to be PVC. And then next up we have dragon form. Again with all those etched details picked out in the sticker detail. This looks really wonderful. No other extra things here. And then Rising Mighty. Looks good. That shin armor is gonna kick ya. Gonna break your shin with his.
Yep.
Oh man, that looks beautiful. And on top of that, almost all the gold here is painted.
That's incredible.
Yeah, I'd say all the weapons save for Pegasus are painted gold, and the only thing truly holding it back are technically you have to put the stickers on the gold parts just to get the red etchings, but outside of that it is technically all gold.
Is dragons painted gold?
It looks like it. I thought it was. Maybe it's not.
Because it'd be weird for the blue to be a sticker.
It would be weird for the blue to be a sticker. The blue.
I'm thinking that's a.
Oh wait, the blue does look like a sticker.
I don't know.
Look at the first blue one.
Oh yeah.
Nope,
don't like that. Not good.
Oh my god, why would they do that? They did. You know what? They did it for rod form, which I accidentally called this thing rod form, but they did it for rod form in Den O, and I was very upset about that.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, so the precedent is set. This might be a sticker, and I might not be having a good time with this. Oh, man, and you look at the second image, it looks like the sticker is lifted at the tip.
I see that.
Oh, no!
That's not good.
Boys, this is premium! Why are we doing this? Okay. Yeah, at least Gold Kuuga doesn't have any weapons to sort of screw up, so that's fine.
Yeah, he just got that shin that will kick you.
Yeah, shin's gonna kick you. And
I've always liked. This has nothing to do with the figure, but I've always liked just Kuuga's evolution, how they did the forms. I'm not privy to that. What's happening? What's up with that? I just like that, you have Mighty, and then the Rising Mighty is just gold all over it, and then that shin armor is present on Amazing Mighty as well, and then I like how Amazing Mighty is Amazing Mighty is literally just Rising Mighty, but all the red is black, but I like that because it's right before his final form, which is an all black form, so I just think that was a cool evolution to how they did that.
Nice, yeah. So yeah, that's it for these guys. They're gonna be 5,900 yen, 64.90 yen including tax. It comes out, or you can pre-order it April 20th. Nice. From Premium Bandai at 1 p.m. Japan time. So set your clocks, get them ready,
right.
do all your calculations. And get your middleman people on it. I'm sure they definitely want your money.
I'm sure they do as well.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's pretty much it for the blog. They said next week.
Oh, but wait a minute. They were patting themselves on the back on that church diorama.
They definitely were. And last week they were saying something. Yeah, the mystery of the gem also appeared that is exploding. That's the church. the church was the gem that exploded. Specifically the pews of the church. So, yeah. Next week, they said today was one color of Kuuga, but next week, 26th Sunday, 9:30 update, a sample review of Shodo-01 AI-07. They put 26th Sunday, 9:30 update. They put that in purple, which is that teasing Titan? Are they gonna do another Kuuga form, or are they just gonna do some AI-07 stuff that is considerable high quality and confidence?
I don't know.
Oh wait. Oh no, they say in parentheses, like below, as in the example, the text color has no special meaning.
Okay,
but that might have been for the considerably high quality part. We don't know about the purple part. I have no idea.
What are they talking about?
I don't know. Google Translate, help us out. What are we doing? So yeah, that could be any number of things. I honestly thought it'd be Rampage Vulcan. If they're saying high quality,
I'm sure it'd be Rampage Vulcan.
Yeah. So
unless one of the other Geo stuff is ready to go.
Oh, I know one person that's not going to be too happy about that. Actually, I know a handful of people who aren't going to be happy about that.
As do I.
But yeah, so this is good because I think a few weeks ago, again, we did the math. The releases moved back a month and some change, and the blog took a month-ish break from saying anything 01.
Right.
Like, in total. So, this is the sum change portion. Today was the sum change.
Right.
So, I think we're back to consistency on 01 stuff.
I would say we're probably pretty close.
Yeah. Also, we have a potential release date, at least a planned one, for AI-010.
Yes.
010?
Yeah, 010. That's how numbers
AI-10.
work.
AI-1010.
What month was that for?
I believe, because I pre-ordered it, it was August.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's the same month as 9.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say,
Yeah.
I figured that would have to happen because 01 should be over by the end of August, unless it gets, unless something happens with them filming or something.
Right.
I figured they were going to have to double up to be able to have what they had planned.
Yeah, exactly.
It still interests me, though, because at this point I'd say it's probably safe to assume that 10 would be the last retail. Because of the fact that the show would be ending around the time.
Interesting. We won't get an 11, you don't think?
I don't know, because I'm sitting here thinking, like, and of course, I'm sure 01 will do, like, what Ryder's been doing, where they'll have, like, last-minute forms and repaints and stuff. But still back to just everything that we still have. We have a considerable backlog, but also, like, I don't think we have enough to fill 7, 8, 9, and 10.
It's not an overwhelming backlog.
It's not. Like 7 will knock out... I mean, assuming 7 would probably knock out a pretty decent amount of it. And we know about a couple things coming out for 01 before the end of the show. Besides, anything that they, make up before then.
Sure. What's your count?
Well, now that Burning Falcon's been revealed, we can get rid of that.
We have whatever that true enemy thing, his final form, Rampage Vulcan, that's probably next week.
Ichigata. Ikazuchi still, technically.
Yeah. So that's 5.
So 501 stuff, and then see what I don't know what to count or not is, do we assume that, if everything goes how it should, that any movie forms or movie writers for his summer movie would make it into the 01 line, or should we assume that it would be a Geo situation and they'll get pushed to next year's rider?
I mean, okay, so this is just me assuming, but like these suit designs have been pretty economical recently. Like they're not using too many new parts, so I don't think there'd be quite the bottleneck they had with like making tons of new and different like molds for these different guys in different materials and all that stuff. But on the other hand, we have the whole situation of things are shut down right now, and maybe that's going to be the potential setback for this year.
I mean, we don't even know if his movie will be able to come out when it was supposed to.
I mean, that I was joking about this in the Discord because someone was saying something about I forgot what it was about, but like it was like delays and erroneous or just adding stuff into 01, and I thought, hey, wouldn't it be funny if the last set of 01 just sort of had the base form of the next Rider series, so it can't be just all his show, you know? But what if there was a joint AI 11 and whatever one we're getting for next year? Just like, because there might be some overlap. Or they could potentially release 2 at a time, like in 1 month.
That'd definitely be interesting.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, it depends on how far back things get pushed. Especially with the movie stuff, like you were saying. Yeah. Oh, also, for you Pokemon fans out there, Pokemon Shoto 3 got pushed. And so did Kuuga 2. So that's a little unfortunate, but completely understood. You know, safety comes first. Yeah. Done with that. Are you lagging out, my dude?
Yes, I just kind of died.
Oh, okay. Are you back?
I think.
Okay, that was a pregnant pause between me asking and you saying, but we're gonna truck along anyway.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah. This week's show topic, because we're diving into that right now. It was pretty much brought on because I recently got like a good chunk of the Candy Toy Gaim stuff.
Yeah, some of it you got more than once.
Shut up. Hey, turned out me getting it more than once became very helpful in crafting a topic, so I don't count that as a loss. So basically, Josh, what you had told me was that what is it? Because I wanted to, with the extra pieces I got, because I got an extra red and blue apple dude.
Right.
So I was like, okay, well, I got another Baron coming to me, which since it was shipped Sal, it got sent back, so I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything of my Sal packages either.
Yeah, I'm hella worried.
Me too. Me, I definitely am as well.
Yeah, but then again, it's not like they're gonna get them back and then destroy. Oh, it didn't make it there in time to burn these. It should be fine. Like, we'll probably get a stuff.
I would imagine.
Take so long. But anyway, that's not the news topic.
No.
Or the show topic. But basically, I wanted to make a a Gaiden Baron form with the apple, and you were telling me that instead of the gold underneath, like the apple slices on the chest, it's supposed to be silver, like the ones they have on the silver and blue guy. So my recipe to make that is basically just you get your regular Baron, right? You get the belt sticker for the regular Baron, and then you cut out or at least you cut out the faceplate of Baron, and you cut off the faceplate of the what's this dude's name?
Which one?
The bad guy, red guy?
Mars.
You cut out his faceplate and stick down Baron's. Put that on the belt. Then you take the shoulder armor from Mars. You take the back of the head from Mars. You take the back plate from Mars, and you take the chest armor from Blue Boy. What's his name? Kamaro. And then you've got yourself an easy, quick and simple Gaiden Baron. Now to get the watermelon arms is considerably harder, and I went through a lot of trial and error with that. That's not an easy custom, so that's outside of the realm of this topic. And again, the topic for this week is what are your favorite lazy customs, and I likened it to last week we got Kamen Rider Ken, Kamen Rider Sword, basically Evil Blade. His name is Ken now.
Exactly, yeah. As
we've established last week, I hope you listened. His name is Ken.
This is official now.
Yeah, this is official. So something like that, something to add a little extra value to your collection by doing something so simple. So that was a simple custom that I did. Another simple thing you can do is that so there are two versions of Baron that are black. One is Black Baron, makes sense. The other is Prototype Baron. Now Black Baron, he has the Baron suit that's completely black, and he has the silver accents with the trim, like the detail on it. So basically your entire recipe for that is you take a Mars, because Mars has the same base suit, and I think, correct me if I'm wrong, because I usually am, I don't know where he went. I think it might have been shared with another. Oh, right. No. Yeah, Dongari, but he's brown.
Yeah.
So, if you take Mars...
Is the Mars have black?
What do you mean? Mars is a black undersuit. At least the toy is. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, so you can take that...
The arms change figure for him, and I think the actual suit is kind of more of like a dark gray.
Well, this is when Candy Toy didn't try as hard.
That's fair.
So, this is absolutely perfect for our purposes.
Yeah.
You take that, you apply the Baron stickers for the silver, and you basically just put the banana on it. You have to paint a little bit of the face, but that's fine. And you've got yourself a Black Baron. But if you want a Prototype Baron, take the stickers from what's his name, Dongari, because he basically has the same stickers except without the detail, because Prototype Baron did not have that detail. So take Mars, those stickers from an extra Dongari, and then put it there. And you'll also need another Mars if you want to make Prototype Dongari. Basically that same situation, take all those stickers, take all that stuff. And you're using the same belt piece for that form, because they had the same faceplate and the same fruit nut.
Fruit nut, yeah, that's
fruit
right.
Nut, yeah. Again, you'd have to paint the head a little bit because there's some brown that needs to be changed to black, but it's not too much. For Prototype Gaim, all you got to do is take the evil Gaim that turned into lemon, and you've got yourself a black Gaim undersuit. You throw on the orange arms, and you're good to go. Problem with that is the orange arms for Gaim is very hard to come by. So I only have one, but I will try to get my hands on another. I think the last prototype one is
Bravo.
Bravo. Yeah. And Bravo technically uses the same undersuit as Baron, or the same detail pattern,
it's
except
different. Yeah.
Yeah, with the spikes. And
Right.
that's the only difference, right?
Yeah. That's it.
So you could conceivably take a Baron, or I mean, you could conceivably take a Mars again, and this one gets tricky. You might have to apply some Dongery stickers and then get another Bravo head, and you can kind of fudge it. Like, honestly, that's at least good enough for me.
Do you have a Bravo?
I don't yet.
Okay.
Yeah. Why? Because
I was just curious.
Their solution for it was to just sort of put some circles on the stickers, I think.
Nice.
Candy Toy Bravo.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
I
Whoa!
mean, even
No, do not type in Candy Toy Bravo into Google.
No?
No. Oh dear. Okay. Wow. Hold on. I need to see an image. It just looks like, yeah, they put like circles on it. It doesn't look like any molded detail changed, and like you're not getting a black version of that anywhere, you know. So
right.
That's just how it's got to be, I guess. So yeah, that's that one. Another thing you can do is to make a Lemon Baron. That one's difficult because, you know, you have to get evil bad guy Lemon Dude.
Duke,
yeah.
I love your names for the Gaim Riders.
You're welcome. It's my present to you.
They're fantastic.
Yeah. So I don't know how to get the emblem. So you could just not have that sticker there. And then just put it all on Baron.
You could print it.
I could, but that would take work, so I'm not going to do that. You'd have to somehow lift the belt off of Duke. It'll be difficult, but you can try it. I don't know. I haven't seen it done, but it looks like a separate piece, at least for the Energy Riders. The regular Beat Rider guys, those guys all have, or the Sengoku driver guys, those guys all have like it molded in to place, so that's gonna be difficult. Yeah, so I don't know, truly I don't know what to do about that. For for Blood, Orange, and Pomegranate,
Savior.
His name, what? Savior?
Yep.
You just have to take some Mars, because it's the same face. Gotta take some Mars.
Basically, you need a lot of Mars.
You need a lot of Mars. You take Mars, you take, what is it?
Camaro?
Camaro? No.
Bujingai?
Bujingai. I don't know.
That's Blood Orange.
Yeah. You take that. You throw that all together. Throw in some red paint. I think you got something. But again, that one takes a little bit more paint, so that one's not technically an easy one.
You need the like mouth wrap thing or whatever that is.
I don't think it's a mouth wrap. That's the same thing on Mars.
No, Savior's is different.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Let me see.
He has like red duct tape on his mouth.
What?
Around the base of the helmet.
There's Savior. See, I thought I did some research on that. Oh wait, no. I honestly thought it was the same thing as Mars.
No, it's a little bit different.
Huh. Okay, that's gonna be considerably harder.
It pretty much looks like they put tape on his mouth or something weird like that.
Well, that's dumb. But look at Savior's faceplate. It looks just like Mars.
No, yeah, the faceplate is exactly Mars. Like, the helmet is the Mars helmet. They're like, we don't want people to notice, so let's just put some tape on the mouth. No one will notice. It's hard to see because there's really not a lot of good pictures of Xavier.
No, there aren't.
But
I mean, potentially you could just sort of get away with it.
I mean, yeah, you definitely
could just not do it. See full size. Oh my god, these are horrendous images.
Oh, I know.
Like,
they're bad.
They're like 2 to 3 pixels wide.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking at him right now too.
This is bad. I wish there were better images of this dude, but I guess we're not living in that world. But yeah, you'd need an energy weapon. Also, I don't know how to replicate like the side skirts and like the tattered detail and all that stuff. Also for oh no, I know this name. Michi Yamitsu Haguri form.
Ryugen Yomi.
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly what I said. You just gotta take some Kiwi parts, you gotta take the regular base one, and then you paint it. Which, again, not technically an easy custom. I just wanted to share that recipe. But yeah, most of the stuff that I've been talking about, that's sort of like easier stuff. The tough stuff, and I'm really upset at myself for trying, was the watermelon arms for Zangetsu, and I'm mostly there. That one requires you to not care about the exact details of the actual thing. And I know, like, you and Will on the streets have been saying, like, oh yeah, it's fine, it's a watermelon, it's not supposed to look uniform, but it does in the show.
I mean, that's what Will said. I disagree.
Yeah, that's fair. No, I absolutely disagree. But I got a soft approximation. If you stare at it from further away, it's fine. I'm going to just pretend. I just need to give him a Gatling gun, which I plan to 3D model. If you guys even want that, I'll put it up on was it? Not Shapeways. I could put it up on Shapeways, but it's going to be on Thingiverse, so you could just have the 3D file. If ever you need to print it. That requires a lot of paint. It was really time consuming, and I hated every second of it. And I got an okay product.
Here, I just sent you a photo that is a little bit of a better look at Xavier and Mars' different helmets.
Cool. Where'd you send it?
Twitter.
Okay, good. Because, like, we are on Skype. We also were on Discord. I'm glad you sent it to the third place that we communicate on, Twitter. That's really the smartest place.
It's because it's a collage photo that I just made here on my phone, and
fair.
I had Twitter open, so.
Oh my god, that's so dumb. I hate it.
But you see what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I totally see it now. I hate it.
That's like
the worst.
They're like, we gotta cover that up. Let's just put some tape on it.
Oh, that's so dumb. That's really the dumbest thing I've seen.
And then obviously he doesn't have his the entire back plate is not on there.
Yeah, what's the back of his head?
It's nothing.
No,
I'm serious. There's
no way. Then what?
Xavier doesn't have a back plate.
I guess you could just rip off the horns of Mars.
Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much all you have to do.
Yeah, that's tough. But yeah, that's neat. I don't know. I feel like I had more quick and dirty customs. Oh, another one that's really good. That's not candy toy related. It's soda related, and I discovered it recently. Another lazy custom you can do to add value to your Shining Assault Hopper and your Shining Hopper is that the feet of Shining Assault Hopper are painted. So if you got an extra one, you can put those on Shining Hopper, and they're the same feet.
Yeah, that's a weird thing that they decided to do.
It is, but there are a lot of places that needed paint that they had to skip out on a lot of Shining Hopper detail.
Yeah.
But for your Shining Assault Hopper, if you get an extra Shining Hopper, the back fins, those are fully painted and they're stickered on Shining Assault Hopper. So you can get the original one, pluck those wings and put it on him. There's also some bicep and shoulder detail, some painted detail on not the shoulder armor, but like the shoulder underneath. You can swap those out, put those onto Shining Assault Hopper, because like those just go entirely unpainted. I know you need some extra gold trim, so you might need to like add some paint there or something, but at least you'll have that undersuit detail. Another thing you can do, you can take the shins from Shining Hopper, which are painted. You can put them onto Shining Assault Hopper, cut away at the sticker, so then you're only left with the gold parts, like the gold trim portions, and then stick those on there. So
yay, lazy customs.
Yay, lazy customs. You can get 2 of each, which I know is a big ask. But you can really just sort of improve your Soto experience with these 2. Yeah. So that is a lazy custom. You could paint it yourself, but again, I'm being lazy and throwing money at my issue.
Technically, any Decayed transforming into a past rider is a lazy custom.
It's not as accurate as I'd like.
It's not.
What you could do is take the stickers from an actual Decayed belt, put them on there.
Mm-hmm.
If you can drill a hole that fits the ride booker.
Yeah, something that was always it just made me think of it because it's very similar. Something that always kind of bothered me was when they did the remember when Build transformed into X-Aid?
Yeah.
And like that's what that was. And Soto didn't like technically cover that, but they showed you like just putting the Build driver on the X-Aid figure.
Yeah.
But it's not accurate because it has the X-Aid's Kimiwaza slot holder and not Build's full bottle holder.
Right.
Which is always something that was kind of frustrating to me. I mean, I get it. It's like something very easy to do. But I always thought little things like that are just a little annoying.
No, I agree. And that was in a time where like they didn't really care about the belt sticker. So you don't really have anything to cover that up with unless you get Dai Soto of both of them.
Right.
Then in which case you can. Which in that situation, if it is a build form, it would make more sense to go with a Dai Soto spec figure.
Absolutely.
You just still have the rotating wrists. So if you wanted to make it build mainline, you'd need to take a Dai Soto X-Aid, a regular Soto X-Aid, merge those 2.
Yes.
Wait, do you? Did they have the waist swivel in X-Aid?
No.
Okay, but they did in build.
Yes.
So then you need that from Dai Soto. Huh?
Well, you would know for build because I don't have any build figures.
Oh wait, yeah, my Guardians have waist swivels.
Oh, okay.
I was like, oh man, I don't have any on hand. Wait, I do.
It's weird. It's weird. Build is the only Soto series that I don't have at least one figure from.
That is strange.
I don't, and I love the build suits a lot, and I don't know how I don't have any of them.
Huh. You gotta get some build stuff, my man.
Oh, I really do.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a lot of... All 3 of my Mandarake boxes on the way have full bottles in them.
Nice. So yeah, that's a bit more difficult because you have to track down Dai Soto X-Aid, and those are traditionally hard to find.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. I don't know. Do you have any sort of lazy customs that you've done? Like, I know I have a few recipes. I I can't think of them all off the top of my head. I guess that's mostly it.
Trying to think of something. But
if not, we could just hop into the podcast topic channel and just sort of...
Yeah, let's do that. And if anything just pops in my head, I'll say it.
Nice, sounds good. Blade Raider is currently typing, so I hope by the time I've gotten down to where he is typing, he's got something more for us, because he contributed a lot. Let's see. Peacemaker 2448 says... Well, actually, Austin Teal says, thumbs up. Peacemaker 2448 says... hey, maybe that's his, was it Kuuga?
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's his Kuuga custom. You
Absolutely.
Just put a thumbs up emoji and you stick your Soto or Shoto figure right next to it, line it up with a hand, you're good to go.
There you go.
You already made it, but it's fine. Peacemaker 2448 says, I've been wanting to do a Proto Dragon Knight Hunter armor for my Laser Turbo when I get it, but I don't have the means to print new stickers for it. Other than that, tangentially, I colored an Evolt body to match the Black Hole armor because I thought it looked better. Alright, cool. Nice. Something about, like, making new stickers. I would love somehow an easier way to sort of, like, streamline that process.
Yeah, that would be really nice.
Yeah, I know. And get something, like, similar. And not the foil, but at least something, you know, like, reflective.
It would also just be nice to be able to have a way to make easy replacement stickers.
I agree. That would take a die cutter, which... Or maybe a laser cutter. I don't know. I'm sure someone will think of it. I know that in Japan, those guys over there are doing those custom decade forms, which is, I guess, another one of my lazy customs.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I took a decade armor, and you have to take 2 boxes worth of decade armor stuff because you need the center chest area and the head.
Right.
And then I threw on some Fang Joker limbs, and I still have yet to finish off that custom because I can't print those stickers.
Have you made them?
I was really hoping, huh?
Have you made the stickers? You just
I have not. I was really hoping the guys that were doing those customs would make those available, or at least show us some of their process. But might have to eventually end up doing that myself.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Blade Raider says, one that I used to do when Shotoverses was young is put Rider 2's original head, the black helmet, on Rider 2's shin body, the red gloves and boots, and make the form he would sometimes take in crossovers. Megamax was the last time to do this. Neat. I've since sold my original Rider 2, and shodo-x has made option parts with that in mind. Oh, cool. I probably own that, and I don't even know. That's awesome.
I'm sure that you do.
Yeah. I have so many toys. Now, if you don't mind diving into parts from other toy lines to do simple things, and this is where some things get really cool. I think a couple more. I can think of a couple more. Now, I've shared this one before, but it's a simple one using a Darth Vader cape on Tattle Fantasy to give it a cloth cape.
Ooh, I like that.
Cloth capes are interesting to me as it relates to the Soto line because I would prefer cloth capes to stick capes. Yeah. But then you have to consider, like, would the stickers not play well with that? Because, like, you might get some thread underneath or something.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so I don't know.
And also the things where some of them have designs, like, on the capes and stuff like that would just be, like, impossible to do easily.
Yeah, exactly.
And cheaply.
Mm-hmm. So that's tough. So that's not a 1-to-1 for all of them, but at least for Dragon Knight Hunter, you got that. But then again, in my life, in my form of collecting, I appreciate consistency. So having everyone, it's either all or nothing for me. But I would like to have some flowy capes. This looks really good. You've done a wonderful job with that. This is one of my favorite ones. He had some early 2000s Microman hands that he modified to fit the Lupin Rangers All he had to do was cut away the soft plastic peg until it fit. He has a full set of red hands. He didn't mod them all. And a couple of blue hands. And he posted a picture of Lupin Blues. And it has the extra, like, wrist hinge. And the swivel.
That looks really good.
It does. The color match is okay. But it really doesn't matter if you're getting that much range of motion. That looks fantastic.
I want to cover Blade Raider's next one, which is just amazing.
Yeah.
The trash can guy. That is so good.
Yeah, this is wonderful.
This is truly Gaim's ultimate form.
Yeah, I thought his ultimate form was pineapple, but
you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
And I love the way you did it with the Legos.
Yeah. So he says his formula was a trash can from the Spawn alleyway playset, which I'm sure you could get any sort of 1/18 scale trash can.
Right.
The lid is held on with a twist tie using the slots on the top of Gaim's helmet to wrap around the peg inside of the head. The rest are Legos. Turns out the neck pegs on Gaim figures are the same size as Lego pegs. That's dope. I love that. That's why compatibility and connectivity are just good things to have in your toy line.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
He just thought of another one. Take a gold Gundam marker to Blade's face. Now you have miscolored modern appearances of Blade. That's good. Alright, cool. Here we go. Austin Teal says, Stratos and Josh, with the new announcement of Soto Chronicle Kuuga Church diorama set, do you think that maybe Soto will do more iconic scenes for Rider Series as a display? And if not, then how about some generic looking dioramas like a rock quarry or a forest or buildings or any other generic place and Sentai and riders usually fight in? First off, that's not a custom. Second, you got maybe one or two conjunctions in your sentence before you need to make it into another sentence. 3, yeah, that would be neat.
That'd be so cool. I would love for them to sell all of those dioramas that they show.
It'd be great, yeah.
I can't believe they haven't done that.
Well, like, they're not a diorama company.
Oh, no, they're not, but...
To sell them at a 1/18 scale is like, who are you selling to? The kids that collect this line? They're not going to sit down and build a diorama.
Isn't that what Premium Bandai is for? It's for things that wouldn't sell retail?
You have to do an entire, like, not an overhaul of your factory, but probably go to a different factory to get those parts manufactured. You might be able to get away with, like, printing a lot of stuff and, like, having it cut out in cardboard and, like, cut.
Yeah.
But that'll only get you so far. You're not going to get that foliage, that rock detail, and all that other stuff.
Right.
But yeah, I think they're talking about doing them in the blog. And I'm sure all these guys are crazy nerds, and they want those things. So I don't see why they wouldn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I would love to see. Can we just get... if the 0-1 delay keeps happening, can we just get blog updates that are just going in depth on the different dioramas?
That'd be fun. They did it once, and I don't know where it was that they talked about it, because there's no tag for diorama discussion.
Right,
so you have to just go back manually and look for it. And then he says, also, if you can ask next time, or it's not too late, when do you think we will get a Kuuga Soto Tri-Chaser with Goram since they did this first over the bikes? So first off, again, that's not a custom too. I don't know, man. Like, your guess is as good as mine. I have no idea what sort of situation they're releasing these stuff in. I have no insider information. I wish I did. It's just they don't do bikes, and it's really upsetting to me in my collection.
Yeah, Corey had to buy a whole Revelgary for one.
That wasn't a bad thing.
No.
I'm so glad I own it. I cannot believe it's in the same scale. Like, how could you have planned that?
I know.
You couldn't have. It just happened. And I own it. This is a wonderful thing. But yeah, I don't understand why they don't make bikes, but they are saying they're going all out for the 20th anniversary of Kuuga. Does that include
true.
the Tri-Chaser with GoRam? Maybe?
We'll see.
Like, I would appreciate a Legend bike set. You could even do Premium Bandai if you don't want to release at retail. I have a feeling that's not going to sell retail. You know what I mean?
Right. I mean, yeah. It's hard to say.
Like, and those bikes typically now they're coming out in the
EX mechanics, yeah.
EX mechanics. Like, they probably thought, oh hey. I'm of two minds of this. It's
well, I mean, honestly, even like, only Builds was the only one that actually came out in its actual line. Cause
no, X8 had it.
Well, yeah, but that's because that's a rider form.
But he had two.
That's right. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah. So they did technically give him his but they probably thought something like, at least for X8, it was someone's form, so that should be in here.
Right.
With Build, they thought, all right, last year we put the bike in, it's fine. The year after that, they might have thought, okay, either one of two things. This didn't sell well, so we need to put it in a more limited set. Or they thought, okay, well, we can fill 3 boxes with the Tide My Jeans, and but we need a 4th for maybe we'll just put the bike in.
Yeah.
And then this year, they said, okay, well, that didn't sell well, so we'll lower the production run. But in each of the sets, they put 2 of the bikes. So maybe the bikes were selling well?
Maybe.
I'm not sure. It's some very mixed messaging, and I don't know what the popularity of bikes are.
It's almost like the bikes are just get lucky to get released.
I know! And it's really sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know, man. Your guess is as good as mine. I'm hoping we get a Legend Rider bike set. Like, maybe it'll be a situation like Shodo-O, where you, like, build up enough backlog to, like, release something. So you build up enough of you gotta get the Denbird. You gotta get the Vroom Vroom bike thing. Cans you come out of
the ride vendor.
That one. You know it. That's exactly what I said before.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
But when is Soto going to do a to scale model of the Denliner?
Oh, of course. I absolutely need one of those. I mean, still on my list of things to get, on my list of grails I'm chasing. What is it? The Denliner set from Kiwami Tamashi is at the very top of my list, and it is in Soto scale. So I gotta have it. We also need the double boiler. Technically, I don't need it, but we technically need it. You know.
Well, you need the skull boiler.
The what?
The Skull's version of that bike.
You are correct, sir. We also need axle in bike form. I'm surprised that doesn't exist in any sort of situation for Soto.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's move on to Blade Raider, who is still typing, so I really want to see. Oh wait, no, you're just having a conversation here. Okay. I felt like these were too complex for the topic, but I'll share them anyways. Arms Action, Lemon Baron, and Shin Kurakage both involved cutting off the drivers to the one figure and gluing them onto these. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, that really sucks, and I don't know how, like, I know that you can take it off the regular energy guys, right? But how did you get it off of the names of things?
How did you get Baron's bow off? Or?
How'd you get the other driver off? Yeah, how did
the Sengoku driver? Yeah.
Yeah, Sengoku driver. It looks molded in. It doesn't look like a separate piece. I mean, I'm fine. I'm technically fine just sort of like gluing it on top of it, or I could just sort of sand it down and then, copy paste.
Right.
Yeah. And then also Shin Kurakage has the end of a G.I. Joe sword glued to its staff. I didn't know that the Shin Kurakages had like the extra little scissor at the end.
It's a weird thing.
That's really dumb.
Yeah.
But it is another simple one that does fall within that range. What'd you do for the belt on Shin Kurakage? Because I am doing. Oh, you used a peach energy.
That's pretty
works.
That's pretty much accurate. Yeah.
That's accurate enough. Like these are lazier-ish customs. Also, I will say for the Kurakage suits, the stickers on those. I mean, obviously, like you've done, you could paint them, but I thought it was pretty rewarding.
This,
like, oh, go ahead. Oh, did I lose Josh? Hello. We're leaving this in, by the way. You're gonna hear all of this dead air.
Hi.
Are you back? Hi. Welcome back, I think. Cool.
Yeah, I think I died again.
Oh, nice. As much as you could definitely paint the black parts on the Kurakage. I love this. This is not something I usually say. I love applying the sticker and just like sort of like insetting all of the little grooves with the sticker, and it makes it really.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah. Very rewarding. I'm glad I started doing that again. Like, I was scarred once because some of the foil of the sticker came off of one, and then I never did it again. But times have changed. I just do it now anyway. I'm just a little bit more careful. Let's see.
I'm very impressed with that. The Baron symbol on him.
Yeah, how did you get the Baron symbol? What is that from? Strange. Okay. Yeah, I didn't even notice. Like, it looks like you made cuts into it to make it, like, mesh better. I was just gonna ditch it entirely. Like, as much as I would love to add the extra paint, like, I'm fine with just putting the stickers down, because I don't want to have to put that much work into it if I have like tons of other figures that would then need that same amount of work put in. Yeah, this looks pretty good. Oh yeah, you would need to take the belt sticker from the Energy Riders, because that's silver instead of yellow.
Oh, right.
Yeah, same would be for Shin Kurakage, but I'm sure that you figured that out already. But yeah, that's it. And I see you guys are really wanting to do a diorama topic. That would be cool. I don't have any sort of like, I don't know. I have no idea about what to talk about for a diorama. You know what I mean? Like, I haven't built one recently. But hey, if you guys have, just show it off and we can talk about them. Let's see. Whenever should I... Oh, does it Garen? I want an accessory pack. Wait, hold on. Y'all are getting off topic. Alright, cool. Yeah, that was it. We don't have the topic planned out at this moment for the next show, and this probably won't go up for a while. Like, this, I don't even have last week's episode out at the time of this recording. It is exported. I finished exporting it today, so it will be uploaded today, which is not news to you. You've already listened to it at this point. I don't know why I'm even talking about it. It's just better to get it off of my chest. Yeah, hopefully next week we'll hear back from Malunis. Josh, did you have anything else to say before we end this episode?
No, I don't think so.
All right, awesome. Well, guys, thanks for watching. If you like this episode, hit that like button and subscribe if you want to hear more from us each week. Tell us in the comments down below what are the lazy customs you have. And I don't know, if you have an interesting idea for a show topic, leave it in the description. You know what? Now that I think about it, I do remember there was a comment on the last video that might have been show topic related. I did say to put it in the comments below. Let me check that. Let me do that before I almost entirely forget. Let's see here. Oh yeah, Austin Graham says, for me, once I get it, I will get Shodo Chronicle Kuuga set 1 and 2. I will make one version of Kuuga in growing form, but with the gems in his heels red from Mighty Form from episode 1 of Kuuga. What does that mean? That's probably a Kuuga thing. I'm sure you understand it, and I'm glad that you do. Show it off once you've done it, so that I can see it and know what you're talking about. Or you can just show me a picture of the form in the Discord. That sounds interesting. But yeah, anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Keep it juicy.
See you later.
Shodo-x!